Hello and welcome to Todd Rolls Dice, where we have another Halo Flashpoint Tactics article, this time about the Sangheili Mercenaries. So this dropped today, but these models have been available since last November when the Spartan edition of the starter set came out. Anybody who's already playing with these models probably knows a lot about this, but I'm looking at this as more of a continuation in the series of advertising the Banished box, which is coming. We're about 5 or 6 weeks away, I think, from it actually landing in our Mjolnir gloved hands. I suppose they'd be Banished armored gloved hands at this point, wouldn't they? I can't wait. I'm so excited to get hold of this box, and I can't wait to see how it opens up the future of this game. But let's take a look at this article. So this is on the Mantic website. It's linked in the description of this video if you want to check it out yourself. This comes from Dan. We haven't heard from Dan in a little while, so it's always nice to catch up. So I'm going to run through this. We'll see what we've got, see if we get any little teasers of anything in the future. I think a lot of this is probably going to be well known to people already, but let's jump in. Hi everybody, and welcome back to another tactical preview for the Banished, the second big faction release for Halo Flashpoint. Together, we've already dived into some top tips for the Sangheili Brutes and War Master Atriox. Let's turn our attention now to another long-standing favourite in the Halo universe who've joined the Banished cause, Sangheili Mercenaries. Who are they? Well, they're elite. That's what they are. They're the elites of the Covenant. Often referred to as elites by humans, they are intelligent and formidable in battle. Following the Great Schism, entire Sangheili keeps pledged themselves to the Banished cause. Not all of them. I will point that out. There are rogue factions, and then the Arbiter has his faction as well. Now, those former Covenant warriors fight alongside the Sangheili as seasoned mercenaries, and these models are incredibly beautiful. The detailed plastic elite miniatures in Halo Flashpoint bring these iconic Sangheili warriors to life with their angular armour and signature energy weapon. Since the game's retail launch at the end of 2024, they've been valiantly battling against the UNSC Spartans as the early vanguard for the full Banished faction arrival, now just mere weeks away. So, in tribute to these courageous and deadly fighters, let's hand over to Dylan from the Halo Flashpoint Rules Committee for a tactical deep dive on how to get the best out of them both right now and once Rise of the Banished arrives. This is the Sangheili Mercenaries Rules Committee Notes, the basics. Here are the first things you need to know as either a Banished player or a UNSC player facing elites in tabletop combat. Sangheili Mercenaries share the same base profile with 4 different weapon options. All come equipped with a plasma grenade, a one-use weapon that can burn out shields and melt straight through armour, and they stick. They are very reliable across the board, with 4+ in each stat as well as a high movement and plenty of shields. This means the Sangheili are well prepared for most situations, skilled at both close combat and ranged attacks. The key feature is their use of evade, allowing them to dash into cover. If anybody remembers Halo Reach, you'll know what we're talking about. Enabling them to dash into cover after an enemy fires on them. This is a hugely powerful ability and can force your opponent to really think about their activations so they don't give you that extra movement opportunity. Shooting from close range suddenly makes a deadly turn when a Sangheili with an energy sword then jumps into the cube. They're so nicely painted as well. What is it about, I know what it is, it's the Bungie era. But elites in blue armour, it's just right, isn't it? It is just right. Sangheili weapon. Sangheili Mercenaries can come with needlers, plasma rifles, pulse carbines or energy swords. Each weapon has a distinct playstyle, and the plasma rifle and needler are both reliable choices for rapid fire. The plasma rifle's continuous fire generates 2 rerolls at the cost of potential overheating, while the needler provides a safer reroll with lethal for lucky kills. Pulse carbine is an all-rounder weapon, capable of stripping shields or finishing off wounded units. It's useful as an opener to the round, as the carbine's ESD will clear shields quickly. Energy sword is an iconic weapon, easily slicing through enemies and cutting straight through any armour. With ESD2 and AP3, it will make short work of any enemy, making it a great choice for Slayer or Oddball. All Sangheili Mercenaries have the option to buy an energy dagger for 2 points, providing them with deadly combat abilities. Lethal and AP2 is a great finisher on an enemy with depleted shields. Mercenaries benefit from adding items such as the grapple shot and active camouflage, allowing them to move up quickly and stealthily. Active camouflage is both thematic and works well on those with energy swords, allowing easy combat and sneaky kills. And it just makes me think of Halo CE, where you've got that elite just round the corner. He might not be invisible, but just hiding around the corner waiting to smack you on their second level. Generally, the Sangheili Mercenaries can use most weapons effectively due to their balanced stats. However, weapons with knockback often work well to open up flexibility for missions. Special orders. Reinforcements incoming is the Sangheili's signature order, allowing an activated and killed mercenary to activate for a second time. This is exceptionally useful on any mission, but it essentially provides you with another Sangheili to use for a turn. However, since the Sangheili Mercenaries themselves are not tacticians, it can be quite tricky to get the result when you need it, so adding extra command dice to your team is important to make the most of this order. Everybody needs some backup. Soon to be released Jiralhanae units like the Chosen Warrior and Captain complement the Sangheili Mercenaries particularly well, as they provide tactician access and durability. This helps with getting the right command dice and also provides some heavy armor in your Banished fire team. Jiralhanae snipers work great with energy sword equipped Sangheili, a lethal combination offering expertise in both ranged and close combat. Finally, Jiralhanae Berserkers are cheap and reliable combat units to round out your list, and can still leave you enough points to kit out your mercenaries with additional gear. So that was from Dylan from the Rules Committee, and thanks to Dylan from the Rules Committee for that overview. Are you thinking about your next list yet? Start trying out some new options in the Halo Flashpoint app's list builder. Right here, the app is free to use for one list. I quite like it. I'm actually paying for the full app. I think it's just really useful. But we talked about that in a previous video. So where can you get the Sangheili? I'm just going to skim over this. So in this Spartan Edition box is everything that you need for the base game. You get 16 Spartans and 4 Sangheili. Really nice box. They are also going to be included in the Rise of the Banished box, so that will give anybody who has the Spartan set already another 4 elites. But if you just want elites, they are coming as a totally separate release. I believe that's in September. So the Spartan Edition is already out. Rise of the Banished is coming in the next 4 or 5 weeks. 4, 5, 6 weeks, something like that. End of July, it's build. And the Sangheili on their own is coming in September with the rest of the individual Banished wave release. Yeah, really nice article from Dan. Quite a few nice points from Dylan as well. I think if you've played them, if you've had months to play these guys now, 6, 7 months to get your head around these guys, obviously the Banished stuff is going to give you something new to play with. But on the whole, they're very solid units, they're very nice. The good pointers in here gives you some good ideas. The Energy Dagger is a nice inclusion as well. That came with the equipment, like list building stuff that was wave 2. Yeah, there's something iconic. In fact, let's get this picture, because this is just a nice picture. There's something iconic about elites in blue. How can you have a Halo tabletop game without having some form of familiar Covenant adversary? And if you're playing them good or bad, because some elites do still work with the UNSC sometimes, you can go any route that you want with these, and they are just beautiful models. But let me know what you think, and the Sangheili Battle Masters out there, let me know how you're getting on with these characters and what lists you've been building in the comments below. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.